Hey YouTube, how y'all doing today? Hope you're having you a good day too. Well, it looks like Leo's up to something. I'm not sure yet. Actually, I am up to something. I'm doing something here. Before I get into that, just kind of give you kind of idea what a day I'm having so far. This is about 10 miles from my house. I'm doing something here today. Tell you about in a minute. Get all the way over here, get set up, chilled out. Got to move a bunch of trees to get down in here. Finally get down in here, chill out for a minute, watching some ducks out here on the river. What's these two black and white ducks with red bills? I'm not sure what species, what kind of duck, but they kept diving and something kicked their butt severely underneath that log over there. I don't know what it was, but anyhow, I go to get my camera out to start my video. Hit record. Beep. No memory card. Oh my God. This is like a 10-mile trip, right? 10 miles up, 10 miles back home. 20-mile day, right? Round trip. Had to go all the way back to the house and get the video card for the camera. So far I've came up 10, went back down 10, and then came back up 10. So now I'm 30 miles into today's little video in the Can-Am. But that is okay, because this puppy has a secret weapon that can cure boredom, that can turn any situation better in an instant. This puppy's got a 1,000-watt mini amp. Guys, I have been straight booming. I've been straight booming for 30 miles so far today. I've had a ball. It's sort of been a classic rock with a little bit of metal, and there may have been a little bit of wailing. But I have been straight cruising, hovering around 700 watts, something like that. So yeah, it's been already been fun day, and I haven't even done the fun part yet. I just got here. I haven't done the fun part yet, and I'm already having an awesome day. Hope y'all are too, by the way. Hope y'all having, if it's a bad situation, I hope you find you a way to make it better. I guess it's like that old saying about putting windshield wipers on a duck's butt. It can be done, but you gotta want it. Yeah, I guess I want it, right? I guess I wanted it. So yeah, we're back because I wanted it. All right, what I'm doing. Now, some of you may remember from our other camping videos, this is a spot that I call Catfish Camp. This is my favorite catfish hole for many miles. And brother, I know pretty much every fishing spot for many miles. It's kind of what I do. You know what I mean? Anyway, I've cleared out a spot here. I cleared a great big spot out back over there on, other videos, different times of years, previous years, seasons. And, got some nice little camp spots out through there. And, I've seen several locals, using those camp spots since then. So yeah, that's great. That's why I did it. We're down here by the Tug River. I am on the Kentucky side. The Tug River borders between West Virginia and Kentucky. You're looking at West Virginia on that side of the river, and everything on this side is Kentucky. And like I said, this is my favorite fishing spot, right up here. This is a really long stretch of really deep water that comes into this curve. And when it comes into this curve, it slows down. So, the water's really slow, deep. I mean, you can see it stick out there floating. He's not making much speed at all. But anyhow, this is my favorite catfish spot. And I've caught some nice catfish out of here. This past summer, I caught 9 really nice ones out of here. And, a whole bunch of turtles and, all kinds of other junk too. And Danny Church, matter of fact, a friend of mine. He came down and on one of the camping trips, and he set up, and we worked on clearing the trail and, just trying to fix it up. This is, it's a floodplain next to the river, and the government owns it. You can't buy this, you can't own this, and even if you did, you couldn't build on it because you can't get insurance. It's a floodplain. The river gets up here all the time. You get it. Anyway, what I'm doing today, excuse me, sorry. What I'm doing today, like I said, I made me some camp spots right over there, and made several of them. Matter of fact, a great big one and 2 or 3 small ones. You could probably put like 10 tents in, were in the spots that I've cleared. But the problem is, you have to go down this trail, 50 yards, something like that, to get to my prime spot, the spot that I really want to work on, where I would want to fish, and ideally would like to camp. Camp right there where you're fishing. You don't have to carry your stuff back and forth, and and you've got a cool spot too, right by the water. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm coming out here. I'm going to try to do me a little bit of catfishing too. I brought me a couple nice catfish poles. Now these are old school. I've had these since the 90s. This is a Mitchell Classic Catfish Special, and I've got a 10 foot or 8 foot great big catfish pole, great big one. So we're going to head back down there, and I brought me some chicken liver and all that good stuff. Got me an MRE for lunch. So I'm going to head on down, carry everything down there to this perfect place, more or less. The ideal spot. You can, make all kinds of really cool ones really close to where you really want to be, but where you really want to be is where you really want to be, right? So that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to make me a nice little camp spot right down there, and anybody else who wants to use it, there it is. You know where it's at now. Locals anyway. Locals will know where it's at. I guess if you're in Missouri or Montana, or you probably don't care about. You're probably not going to be using it anytime real soon, but hey, it's there if you want to come down. Just saying. But it's much warmer than it has been. It's supposed to be low to mid 60s today, so should be a really nice day. The water level, as you can see, the water level is down to normal, and the river has sort of a bluish green color to it, and it's just a beautiful little river. I love the Tug River. It used to be really trashy decades ago, but nowadays it's just from floods and things. It's a river, so you're going to have little bits of plastic here and there. And the railroad, as you can see, runs right up through there on the other side. And the reason I mentioned there's a train coming right now, so we'll let him get here, show you the train, and then I'll go get to work. I've got to carry everything at least 2 trips down this way before I can get started. I'll go ahead and get started, see if I can't catch something, and start work on my little spot. Oh, huh? All right, I guess I'm gonna head on up that way and get to work. We'll see you guys up there. Beautiful little spot, you'll love it. This is it. This right here is a little stretch of water that I was talking about. This is the beginning of the bend right there, and there's a long straight stretch right up through there. So right in this bend where it comes around and circles back has always been, I've fished here many times, right here where this little creek comes out. And, I've videoed fishing here before, on the other channels and stuff. And right here, Danny and I fished right here, as a matter of fact, once. But I've got my Can-Am parked right there. I'll worry about the road later. Eventually I'll have it where you can park it right there on that little, where that ends. But some of the sand is washed out right behind where that tree comes up and goes across. Some of the sand is washed out, so I'll put that back later. Right now, I'm going to concentrate. Right there is where I want to put my little camp spot, you know, to put the tent up. I need to clear out some trees and stuff, and, you know, some old water weeds and junk, obviously. Somebody has put up, you know, just a few rocks to have a little campfire down here when they're fishing. So that's a good spot for it. We'll leave him right where he's at. And all this trash, I'll clean all this up. Of course, the river gets up here, it's gonna deposit more trash. But, you know, that's just kind of how it works, you know. It's a river. But I'll clean all this up, and I'll level this spot out right there is where I think where I want to put my tent. Right there, right on the point. And I could fish off this or here. I like this one because the creek comes out right there. If you're using chicken liver, you know, you can pour some of the blood and stuff in the water in the creek, and it draws everything from downstream. It don't help much upstream, but, you know. Of course, the river, once it gets up, you know, the river, if it's up, say, up to here, it's not going to matter. It's not going to change anything. Once I get it leveled, it should stay pretty reasonably level on this point. If the river gets really high, you know, you all bets are off. You know, it could go either way from there. It could deposit more sand, or it could wash it all out. You know, it's just, you know, who knows? Hydrodynamics. Ooh, Hillbilly used a big word. But I got to set up. I'm going to set up a little time lapse. I got to pick me a spot. I see a little beat up trash can over there. Little bits of plastic. Quite a bit of stuff. Dixie cups. Looks like a cassette door. Yeah. A door from a cassette player. Check that out. We'll get all this cleaned up, and I'll turn it into something really pretty, and I'm gonna make me a little walkway here where I cross the creek. I've noticed over the years, this is also where we found some really strange tracks a couple times, you know, like three-toed looking tracks. Really weird. But I'm gonna put some rocks there and there, so you can just, you know, kind of step across the creek without having to worry about slipping in the mud too much. I brought some tools. I got a rake and a shovel and a pick. So, you know, it's just loose sand is all it is. Just kind of a little bit wet. Loose sand with water weeds in it, and, you know, vine here and there. But it's a really pretty spot. I mean, the big tree hanging right over, and hang your lantern right there. Have your little fire here while you're sitting here or over there fishing, or both, you know, rods in both spots. But yeah, this is a really good spot. I got my fishing poles in the water, and I got chicken liver on both of them, just in case any of y'all, you know, might be interested. You know, a little pro tip or two. Well, good amateur tip or two. Fresh liver works better than frozen liver. Don't tear it apart with your fingers, because it makes it all squishy, smushy. You know how chicken liver does when you tear it apart. If you use scissors and cut little pieces of the liver off, it goes on the hook much better, and it stays on the hook when you throw it a lot better. You know, you can't guarantee, you know, chicken liver, you know, it's chicken liver, but it helps. It helps. Another thing, when you lay your pole down, don't lay it directly in line with your fishing line. So my pole goes out this way, my line runs off that way. That way, you know, it bounces left and right, rather than, say, just a little bump up and down, which, if you're directly behind it, isn't that easy to see. If you've got it, you know, on a little bit of an angle, it helps, because the pole does this instead of that, which is a lot harder to see. But I've got all my tools down here, and I'm ready to rock. Got my time lapse set up, getting ready to start. I guess it's that time, ain't it? Time lapse. There we go. I'll bring y'all along for the first couple swings. How about that? All right, big ones, big ones. Cool, huh? Got me a sweet little pad to put my tent on now. Right by the water. Maybe what, 15 steps, 10 steps to my favorite fishing hole ever. Yeah, I don't think you can beat that pretty easy, huh? Now got a camping spot right beside my very favorite fishing hole. Oh, check this out. Let me show y'all something down here. Yep. See what I mean about putting rocks in? A little slippery. Look at the tracks though. All through there. Seen like 4 or 5 different kinds of tracks. Coyote and beaver, various birds, all kinds of crazy stuff. But yeah, we're getting set up now. It's actually a little bit later in the day than I thought. Having to run back did cut into the time a little bit. So I've only got like an hour left to fish with and play with. So I've been kind of watching them. I've got the bells open, on both sides, just in case something does grab it. But I've been watching so far. I saw a couple of bites on that one. I've got him way out in the deep channel. And I've got this one 30, 40 foot out, something like that. But I got that one out in the deep water, which is what they say is, where you're supposed to fish. There's a little bump right now. Hello. Like I said, I have been getting some little nibbles here and there. I've noticed a couple. You see your line jumping and take off just a little bit. But, like I said, I was, over there working on that. But now I get a little bit of time at least where I can just sit back and chill and watch my fishing lines for a little while. I'll probably come back over here real soon, I'm sure, and set me up a camp right here and maybe stay a day or so. But I just really like this place. Even if you don't fish, it's just a really cool little spot, I have no idea what's behind that big log there. That's what those 2 ducks, they went back under there after something, and I don't know what it was, man, but it kicked both their butts. They came back out of there. They kind of paddled around a little bit and went back under there again and got their butts kicked again and just took off, flop, 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 getting out of here. Whatever it was, they didn't want no part of it. Anyhow, I'm not getting just that one just then. I haven't seen any since. I've been kind of trying to keep an eyeball on the fishing rods. I'm going to reel them in here in a minute and check my bait and just see what's going on. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I've got several nibbles, and I believe I saw a couple decent little hits, to be honest. But I knew my rods wasn't going to go anywhere, and I had my hands full at the time. I was digging. So, but I got my little spot all fixed up, and she's ready to go. I can bring my tent down anytime now, and bring my diesel heater or buddy heater or whatever, and yeah, bring my Can-Am, parks right back up there. You can't get like a car or a truck down in here. That's not going to happen. You have to have some sort of off-road vehicle, something 4-wheel drive to get to this spot. It's pretty secluded. I mean, there's a road over there, but you'd have to swim the river to get to it. I don't know if I want to be swimming that puppy today. Oh, hello. Look here, look here. Oh, yeah. Do it. Do it. You know you want to. Uh-huh. See it? There is definitely something messing around with that. I believe I'm going to take a shot at him when he goes back out. Run. Ah, I missed him. I missed him. Shore's world. Didn't feel anything. That was a run, though. He took off. He actually took off running with it. Work is done. And now it's time to chill out a little bit. Watch a fishing line for a while. That's the way it is, though. It's the way life works, isn't it? Work cutting into your fishing time. I like listening to them, watch them go by. Even at night when I'm camping down here. I've camped back up there on the hill before. They never did bother me. Sleep right through it. I guess that's one of the benefits of living near a large rail yard all your life. You don't pay much attention to the trains. They don't keep you up anymore. Bye. My campsite looks really good. I like it. I can live with that. It's not perfectly flat, but I can put my bed over on this side. That's all that matters. That's the only thing I care about. The rest of it's close enough. And it may, once the river gets up, it may fill in a little bit better. Who knows? We'll see. It's very peaceful though. Oh, this chair is comfy. Look at that. Do I look comfy? Well, I haven't gotten any more bites since that one run over here earlier. About sitting there about 30-40 minutes, something like that. Probably have to head out pretty soon. What time it is? 4:10. It's gonna get dark, what, 5:36? So pretty soon I guess I'll have to start packing up. Take 2 trips, of course, not that far, 30 yards, 40 yards uphill though, through the weeds. But yeah, I was looking at it. I kind of like it. I think this will work just nice. I think this will work great. Once the weather gets nice, I'll have me a little spot cleared out. You can't do this stuff once the growing season starts. It's too late. You know, once this stuff starts growing, gets ahead of you, you can forget it. You're not going to catch up. That's the only way I got the other ones cleared out, was come over last winter and clear all that out and make new trails and made a whole bunch. You can probably put 8 or 10 tents up there now. But I'll do the same with this one over time. I'll come down next time I camp. I'll come down. Next time I solo camp, I should say. I'll come down and who knows? Well, maybe try some jug fishing or trot line or something. Just see what, see if we can actually catch something in the winter time. Look at that. That is going to be sweet. Just as soon as some warmer weather gets here, I'm going to have me some fun with this. Thought I'd show you the little path going back out. We've got it opened up all the way down to right there where the Can-Am is. Now, I was kind of thinking a minute ago, I don't know if I'd be able to fix this or not till this old root, the dead tree, but till that old root, I think that's the tree right there, till this old root dries out. I don't believe I'll be able to dig anything here, so that's okay. I can just park where I'm at right there and just walk down to my little spot right there. So I can live with that. I was kind of thinking if I could get this, I could park right there, but realistically speaking, from there to there ain't that big of a difference, and it would probably be a good solid day's work at least, you know, getting this tree out of the way and leveling out what's left of a road. It used to be a trail, I guess. But I thought I'd video this going back out and just show you guys this place. Look how beautiful that water looks. Pretty, isn't it? Okay, that there. Backpack. Good enough. Ain't going nowhere. Alright, I guess a key might help, huh? Thought I'd show y'all this going back out. It's pretty wild. Not crazy wild, but wild enough. Scared me for a second. Didn't have my foot on the brake. I think after 15,000 miles I'd remember how to start the stupid thing, wouldn't you? Point turn the hard way. Alright, we're ready. Check this little trail out. Right here is one of the camp spots I cleared out before. I've camped right here once or twice. I have to move that thing next time when a log done fell. Alright. I've got several through here, back in the weeds here and there, you know, just in case I come down and there's no available spot, you know. Locals use these, and I believe there may be one or two that, you know, kind of keep stuff clear, but ouch, stick to the face. There's a few that keep it clear here and there, you know, keep the trail open. This guy comes down, I've seen a few times in a Jeep. Four-wheel drive. Bad spot, and then we go back into two. Here where we get back up on the road, a little bit of a bad spot. Probably do it too, but I think it's a lot easier than four. And we are out. Two-wheel drive.
Bluetooth, FM radio, auxiliary.